Disclaimers. 1. If the creators of the Super Sentai series ask me to take down this video, I will do so. 2. I will spoil the entire plot of the special. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it before seeing this review. 3. Keep in mind that these are my thoughts and opinions on the special itself. If you have your own opinions to share, please comment them in the comments sections below. With that being said, enjoy the review. Hello and Merry Christmas everyone, this is Victor aka Initial 2 and welcome to my review of Ninja Sentai Kakuranger 30th Anniversary Special. Well, after finally taking the other time to watch it, I was not disappointed. Well, a little bit, but we'll get to my final thoughts portion at the end of the video, so keep that in mind. It'll also be an unscripted segment right there. So before I begin the review, let's take a brief history lesson for those who don't know about the TV series itself. Ninja Sentai Kakuranger is the 18th season of a long-running series in Japan known as Super Sentai, a team-based tokusatsu shows that still go on to this very day, with the current 48th season being Bakuage Sentai Boom Boomger. The story goes that 400 years, a great war broke out between the ninja and the yokai. The leader, Sasuke Sarutobi, and 4 other ninja sealed away the yokai commander and all his yokai energies in a cave protected by what's known as the sealed door. We cut to present time, where the last surviving yokai tricks the descendants of Sasuke and Saito, who just so happen to have the same names. I don't know how that's possible, but oh well, into opening the sealed door, unleashing all of the yokai within. After being lectured, or in my opinion getting scolded by the spirits of those legendary ninja, they, along with teammates Tsuruhime, Sekai, and Jiraiya, are given their Doron changers in order for them to transform into the Kakurangers and defeat the yokai to seal them back within the door. Here's some fun facts. Ninja White Tsuruhime is the first female ninja to lead the team. Despite being the leader, Ninja Red is given key point formation and is shown first in the opening credits. Weird, I know. Ninja Black Jiraiya is played by Kane Kosugi, the son of actor Sho Kosugi, who is best known for the Ninja Trilogy movies from the early to mid-80s. Kane appeared in the second movie, Revenge of the Ninja, when he was just a child. If you want to check out the Sentai series, and I can't stress this enough, watch it on Tubi. I'm not being endorsed by them, nor being sponsored by them. I just like the app a lot. It's available on Android, iOS, PC, Mac, maybe, and it's free to watch, so what are you waiting for? So let's not waste any more time and head straight into the review. So the story takes place 30 years after the events of the TV show. We open the special with the narrator, or the announcer as the show calls him, explaining and showing flashbacks of the events of the downfall of the Infernal King and his yokai army at the hands of the Kakurangers, and also what's been going on since then. By the way, the announcer is now played by a different actor, Japanese YouTuber Hakusan Kanda. The original actor Enjo Sanyute sadly passed away in 2021 due to heart failure. It's now the Reiwa era, where people now live in a digital society that's transformed by social media. And because of this evolution, it's given birth to a new source of wickedness and hatred into the world. A young woman steps out wearing a ninja attire that looks very familiar. She says that it won't be long before a new Infernal King of Yokai is born. The next scene takes us to Los Angeles, where a human disguised yokai slashes a guy in the face, taking him down. As the victim's crew runs away, we hear the voice of the first Kakuranger to enter the scene.
Freeze! Who are you?
Yep, it's Jiraiya, Ninja Black. The announcer explains that Jiraiya has become a special agent in America, dealing with cases involving the supernatural. The two duke it out in a good first-round battle, with the yokai dealing the final hit before vanishing. He goes to check on the victim, but it's too late to save him. We cut to the opening, and Notice a change. In the original intro, the background shows a nighttime grassy field, or a meadow, however you picture it. In the anniversary edition, it's now a nighttime city. It's pretty cool, by the way. I don't mind changes at all. It shows the original cast as they are today. Teruaki Ogawa as Sasuke, Asatomi Hirose as Tsuruhime, Shu Kawai as Sekai, Hiroshi Shuchida as Saizo, and, as I mentioned in the opening portion, Kane Kosugi as Jiraiya. Two of the main villains are shown with question marks next to them, though we hear their names later on. We now arrive at an outside warehouse where the episode title is shown. Act 3, The Middle-Aged Struggles. Yes, not Part 3, but Act 3. By the way, if you're wondering, Act 3, what's this all about? Well, allow me to explain. In the TV series, the story was split into 2 acts. Not seasons, by the way, just so you know. Episodes 1 through 24 is considered Act 1, and episode 25 all the way up to the final episode is Act 2. We see some yokai loading boxes into a big truck when they hear the voice of the next ranger, Sasuke, Ninja Red. The announcer explains, and yes, I will be saying this a couple times, so hopefully I won't. He explains that he's been traveling around helping out other yokai who want to live a peaceful human life. Ah, that's nice, by the way. They ask Sasuke if he's aware of the new evil yokai appearing, in which he says he has no idea. In the next scene, we see the next ranger doing some epic posing in front of some children. Tsuruhime, Ninja White. She runs an orphanage along with the grown-up Boon. Boon was a recurring character who dislikes the yokai's evil ways, and had been secretly helping a masked armored man called, bear with me on this, Haku Menro, who is revealed to be Lord Yoshiteru, Tsuruhime's father. We learn more about Yoshiteru later on. Entering the orphanage is the next ranger, Sekai, Ninja Yellow. Sekai started a boutique shop that made him wealthy in the process. A very lucky duck indeed, says the announcer. He flaunts his so-called Italian suit, to which Tsuruhime teases him a bit. We see a new character entering the conversation, Sekai's adopted son, Goro. We learn more about him later in the story. After the conversation, Goro reminds the two that it's time to head to the get-together. We cut to a mobile crepe shop run by our last ranger coming up, Saizo, Ninja Blue. Throughout the series, the Kakurangers ran the crepe shop using a van-possessed yokai named Nekomaru. Now Saito is the lone owner. He feels down due to the business not going too well. Except for Jiraiya, the other Kakurangers have arrived at the crepe shop. They discuss about their age catching up to them. For example, Tsuruhime's bad back and Sasuke and Sekai's bad eyesight. Saito complains about the crepe shop not doing good, but Goro recommends that he uses social media to help him promote the shop. More on that later. Tsuruhime explains the reason for the get-together. Goro's birthday is coming up soon and wants to throw a party for him, to which Goro is declining. As the conversation continues, Tsuruhime and Sekai notice the birthmark on Goro's left side of his neck. The skull image is nearly complete. The next day, after spending some time shopping, Saizo and Goro are approached by a young girl. She says that she's found him at last, Goro, in which Saizo thinks it's a pickup line girls use these days. Yeah, I have no idea how that works. Telling Saizo he's in the way, she changes into her yokai form and uses an ice breath attack, freezing Saizo's legs, and introduces herself as Yukiona, a member of the next-gen yokai. Not messing around anymore, she demands that Goro goes with her, but to her and Saizo's surprise, Goro unexpectedly unleashes an "I am a man" type of yokai punch at Yukiona, pushing her back. She happily shrugs it off and tells Goro that he is the real deal and guesses oddly that he is the next yokai king and vanishes. Saizo, still in confusion, asks Goro if he is what he thinks he is. Goro unsure himself. We return to the warehouse where the workers are being attacked by the yokai we saw at the beginning. Sasuke attempts to stop him, but is shoved towards the workers. The yokai introduces himself as Kama Itachi, another member of the next-gen yokai. He attempts to take them out with the slashing projectile, but is cut through with the sword slash by Jiraiya. He explains that he was following him all the way from America. The two have a second round fight, as Kama Itachi talks how they're gonna run the world along with the new yokai king. Jiraiya scores the last strike on the yokai, then vanishes, basically tying the score. As Sasuke gets back up, he asks himself, if the sealed door is closed, how are there new yokai around? He then sees a shadowy figure leaving the scene. We head back to the orphanage where an upset Goro demands answers from Sekai and Tsuruhime as to who he really is. Sekai refuses to answer. Tsuruhime tries to calm Goro down, but he slaps her, knocking her down in the process, and runs away. He stops at an alley to sit down, still in shock, asking himself if he is who they say he is. The next-gen yokai appear before Goro and tell him that it's time for the new yokai king to emerge. The next scene takes us to a mansion where the Rangers have all gathered. Fun fact, the mansion was also used not only in the show, but was also used in Power Rangers Season 2, in the 3-part episode, The Wedding, where Zed and Rita get married. Anyways, Jiraiya explains what we already heard at the beginning of the episode concerning the hatred and wickedness within the net, giving birth to the next-gen yokai. When the subject of Goro comes up, Sasuke asks the million-dollar question. Who exactly is Goro? Before Sekai and Tsuruhime can answer, they're interrupted by Tsuruhime's father, Yoshiteru, who is accompanied by Saburo and Shiro. Another fun fact. Saburo and Shiro are played by twin brothers Keisuke and Daisuke Tsuchiha. Daisuke played Kazu, the Yellow Dai Ranger, in Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger. There was an episode where a monster called the Copy Empress made a duplicate of Kazu, and that's where Daisuke comes in to play the part. Anyway, the announcer explains that since the defeat of the original Inferno King, they've been keeping a close eye on the sealed door. But that's not all they did. Yoshiteru explains that when Goro was a baby, he took him in for a few years and then gave him to Tsuruhime to care for at the orphanage. Sekai would later adopt him. Tsuruhime reveals that Goro's real father is none other than Prince Jr. Prince Jr. is the son of the original Infernal King, and a very formidable opponent of the Kakurangers. The yokai form was also used for Power Rangers Season 3 and given the name Rito Revolto. He met his end at the hands of the Rangers when they first acquired the Kakure Buteki Shogun, aka the Ninja Megazord. Sasuke, Saizo, and Jiraiya are in shock since they defeated Junior 30 years ago. Yoshiteru reveals that before Junior was destroyed, he cast a reincarnation spell on himself, and in time, Junior returned, but with no memory of him ever being a yokai, and began living a human life. He married and had a son who's none other than Goro. When Yoshiteru and crew found out, they kept a close eye on them, until one day. While out on a drive somewhere, the brakes on Junior's car mysteriously fail and the family gets into an accident. The wife dies instantly while protecting Goro, and Junior falls into a deep coma. Basically, the plan was to make sure Goro lives a peaceful human life and to avoid any influence. Tsuruhime and Sekai also explain about the birthmark on Goro's neck that's been growing every year, and it'll fully complete on his birthday the next day. With no time to waste, they must take action to save Goro. Saizo saying they don't stand a chance, with Sasuke replying, not unless they super Hengen. Tsuruhime reminds him that the Doron changers are on the sealed door which keeps it closed. Yoshiteru warns them that if they transform in their condition, it can be fatal. Make a note of that, it can be fatal part for later. Not caring about their age, even when Saizo saying Jiraiya is in perfect condition, Tsuruhime telling his father that if this is their last battle, they're gonna do it. Sasuke tells the team to go on ahead and try to talk some sense into Goro, while he goes to the sealed door and obtain the Doron changers, Saburo and Shiro joining him. The next scene takes us to an abandoned warehouse where the next-gen yokai are almost filling Goro's head with hatred, especially hatred for all humans. The Rangers, except Sasuke, arrive equipped in their ninja gear. Not wanting them to get near Goro, the yokai send out some grunts to attack the Rangers. As the grunts get taken down, Yukiona and Kametachi get frustrated and join in on the battle. Meanwhile, at the sealed door, as Sasuke and the twins remove the Doron changers, the door begins to slowly open, and they attempt to keep it shut. Back at the fight, Tsuruhime and Sekai are able to reach Goro in order to reason with him, but they get knocked away. Unfortunately, it's too late. The skull mark is complete, and he finally transforms into the new yokai king, Sanmoto Goro Zaimon. And wow, does it look very frightening. He unleashes a slashing strike projectile at the Rangers, putting them down for the count. Sasuke arrives just in time to hand the crew their Doron changers, with Saizo asking about the sealed door. Sasuke says not to worry about it. They have some reliable help. We cut to a flashback to the sealed door, where Sasuke and the twins are ambushed by yokai spirits coming out of the door. Unfortunately, it was too much for them to handle when help finally arrives. It's Ninja Man, He tells Sasuke that he will take over for him on closing the sealed door. After the flashback, the flower ninja girl finally appears and introduces herself as Gerbera, the mastermind behind the arrival of the Yokai King. She reveals that in an attempt to kidnap Goro when he was a baby, she disabled the brakes through ninjutsu, which caused a car accident. Before she could get to the car, Yoshiteru gets there first, which upsets her, and thus goes to Plan B, wait for the skull mark to fully complete. Not standing for it any longer, it's time to perform their last Super Hengen, so they transform it into the Kakurangers. Well, remember what Yoshiteru said about transforming can be fatal? Well, by fatal, he means this.
Guys! Saizo! What's going on?
My back! Oh.
Yeah, apparently because of their age, the suits have become too heavy for them, except for Jiraiya since he's in great shape. So they do their roll call with epic posing and the battle begins. In the TV series, during battles, onomatopoeias would appear when the Kakurangers attack. Oh no being my favorite for some odd reason. They take down the grunts with the next-gen yokai coming into the battle. The first fight pits Saizo and Sekai against Yukiona. She throws some ice attacks at the two, pushing them back. Saizo and Sekai then use a ninja art known as the hot-blooded old guy tactics, which gives Yukiona a positive scolding from the two that boils her up and annoying her, giving Saizo and Sekai the chance to bring out their special weapons, the blue shot and the yellow claw, to take her down. Her last words being, "Holy guacamole." Fight number 2 pits Jiraiya against Kamaitachi, the tie-breaking final fight. If I had to pick which of the fights between these two is the best one, this one takes the cake. Jiraiya does a combo of speedy slashes and finish off Kamaitachi with his special weapon, the Black Bow, scoring him the final point. The last battle pits Sasuke and Tsuruhime against Gerbera. They trick Gerbera with some substitution and shadow clones, with Sasuke doing a full moon slash and their special weapons, the red slicer and the white beak on the flower ninja. Nearing her end, she reminds the Kakurangers that it's too late. The Infernal King is fully born. They finish her off with the Kakure Ball, a football that powers up with each pass, and the last of the next-gen yokai are no more. The Rangers now focus on Goro, as they continue to reason with him through force, but they are pushed away easily. Sekai rushes to Goro one more time and finally grabs hold of him. He tells Goro that it doesn't matter if he's a yokai or a human. He's still his son and loves him very much. A flashback appears to Goro which shows the day Sekai adopted him, and with that, he finally comes to his senses. Despite Goro's regaining his sense of reason, the Rangers think he can't go back to his human form. However... Yep, Junior has arrived. He explains that when Goro's transformation occurred, it caused him to awaken from his coma. He easily bypasses the Rangers and goes straight for Goro, attacks a bit and goes for a hug hold. Some of the Rangers attempt to stop them, but Jiraiya tells them to wait. Sasuke figures out Junior's plan, to absorb the Yokai King's power into himself, changing Goro back to his normal self. Goro is relieved to finally meet his real father. Junior asks his son for a final chance to be a real father. He sacrifices himself along with Goro's power so that it can never be used again. It's a sad moment for Goro. Sekai and Tsuruhime comfort him. Tsuruhime tells Goro that it was the love of his two fathers that saved him. Outside the warehouse, we see the Muteki Shogun, aka the Shogun Megazord, bowing its head in respect for Junior. The last scene takes us back to the crepe shop, where there are a lot of customers waiting to get their crepes. Apparently, Goro's post of the shop via social media drew in a lot of customers. We also see some entertainment, Sekai summoning a crepe to a guy's hands, and Jiraiya doing a martial arts demonstration. Nothing has changed in the past 30 years, Tsuruhime says, in which Sasuke and Goro agrees. Sasuke tells Goro that from now on, he has to lead the way, as Tsuruhime dubs him the 25th leader of the Kakurangers, which surprises him big time. And we end the episode with the announcer asking if this tale will continue on. He says, "That's a story for another day." Oh wait, I forgot about the post-credits scene. After the credits roll, we cut back to the sealed door, and it's glowing even more redder than ever before. even with the Doron changers are put back in their place. Could this be the return of the yokai? Well, who knows? Okay, so this final thoughts portion is totally unscripted because I really want to give my personal thoughts on this. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of the segment, I enjoyed it. I really, really did. My only complaint was there could have been more, and by that I mean like more of the ninja themed rangers could have made more cameo appearances, not just in the ending credits, because if you've seen the ending credits, you see Hurricane Yellow and Hurricane Blue and Star Ninja there. They were just there doing the dance for the ending, but that's it, and no mecha battles, which was kind of a letdown. But all in all, it was a pretty good special. I enjoyed it. It deserves, in my opinion, a 9 out of 10. In my opinion, it loses some points because they could have added more stuff into the special, and that would have been cool and all. But I hope you enjoyed this review. It had some fun facts, and there may have been some that I forgot to mention, but if I did, I apologize. This was a very long video to do. I'm not even sure if this was long enough, but doing at least the much needed research and rewatching some of the TV series, just so that I can get some memories back. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I really do enjoy the special. Hopefully, there may be another Kakuranger special involving the new leader, who's now Goro. He's been dubbed the new leader. I wonder how they're gonna take the story from there. Who knows? I guess we're gonna have to wait for another anniversary special, but that might be for a while, so who knows. But all in all, it's a good special. I recommend it. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of the Super Sentai series, Kakuranger in general. But again, check out Tubi if you actually want to check out Ninja Sentai Kakuranger. It's a good show. It's a very good TV series that I recommend you check out, and others, no less, if you are a Sentai fan. But all in all, it was an awesome show. It was an awesome special. Highly recommended. So thank you for tuning in on this review of the Ninja Sentai Kakuranger 30th anniversary special. Take care. Merry Christmas to all and a Happy New Year. And God bless.